use code Luke15 if you want to save a little bit of, cheddar cheese on any Apollon nutrition supplements. Just a little plug, by the way. Still rocking the new Hooligan fuzzy navel. It's good, man. Wow, that's a perfect angle. Shit, nailed it. Alright, so it's like almost 5:30 right now, so I'm like gotta go lift. I don't know how people lift at I guess I could get into lifting at super late, but I feel like I like taking pre-workout, so if I took pre-workout at 7, 8 o'clock, then I'm just kind of ranting right now. I'd just be up literally all night because I already do that, so that'd screw me over even more. I'd probably not sleep during the night. So yeah, just finished my pre, just kind of chilling, trying to think about what I want to film. I guess a certain little update is that I had Sarah over for the last 5 days, so I wasn't filming anything. We're just hanging out, having fun, blah blah blah. That's why I'm a little late, so I just want to throw that out there. And I apologize for a late video. Right now, I'm kind of currently it's like September now, right? It's almost October, so I'm kind of just binging now. I'm already pale. I already stopped tanning. I didn't go anywhere for the summer. That's a little update. Obviously, I usually end up hanging out up north in Jersey for a little while, seeing some friends, but with all the COVID stuff, gyms being closed in Jersey, they just recently opened back up. So, I mean, that's awesome, but I wasn't about to go visit during the COVID stuff, this and that, blah, blah, blah. It just didn't seem right. I didn't want to make the 10-hour trip, to be honest. Didn't really have a solid place I wanted to stay because I'm super picky. So I stood here the whole summer, stopped tanning, I'm pale now, and now I'm just deciding, I think literally yesterday, I dropped Sarah off at the airport. I was like, all right, I think I'm going to start bulking. Because I had 2 dinners of straight pasta and I think, what did my mom cooked it up. I forget what the hell she put in it. Yeah, straight up ground beef. So I ate 2 plates of that shit. Still eating my 17-year-old little ass kid breakfast with pancakes and 4 scrambled eggs. Last night, before I went to bed, I had another pretty fat meal with 2 English muffins, butter and shit, butter and all, super unhealthy, whatever. It was whole wheat, so at least, that's a plus. And I had 5 eggs scrambled with milk and all that stuff. Butter on the pan, good shit, lots of calories, good protein. Definitely want to start drinking more protein shakes as well, just to make sure I hit that protein limit. Protein limit, but I ran out of my Apollon peanut butter cookie. By the way, another plug, I ran out of that shit. I was doing 2 scoops a night. It just mixed so well. It was so fucking good, and it's out now. So I just gotta go scavenge around the house and see if I can find more protein because, your boy, there's gotta be protein somewhere in the house. But I finished all of that up. I definitely want to start doing that, but I definitely want to start bulking up a little bit now. Now that I found my abs again, after months and months and months of recovering, my build kind of got back to where it sort of kind of was. Still working on my chest, but yeah, I think now that I have abs, I'm back to my sort of good muscle build kind of state. Abs are popping again. I think it's a good time to start adding more meals, more calories into my super not the best, not the most optimal bulk, but I'm definitely gonna start adding more calories. Maybe having 2 plates during dinner and shit like that. I'm not gonna track it. Never had to track it. I'm not good with dieting or nothing like that. Just because, fortunately for me, I never really had to. So I kind of always eyeballed everything. I kind of know what my maintenance calories kind of look like, feel like, and I always knew how to up that, and I always knew how to, take away certain fats and carbs throughout the day if I ever wanted to lean down, add more cardio, blah, 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 boring stuff. I'm about to hop into the gym, smash some chest. I think I'm going to approach the filming the same way as the last video, where I'm just going to keep it raw. I'm not going to have music in the background. I think you guys kind of enjoyed that. It was more real. You get to see the full sets. It's not just stupid NCS music, and all that stuff. You guys seen cool edits? If you guys want that back, just let me know in the comments. But if you like the raw shit, let me know. You know what I mean? But that's kind of the update, man. That's pretty much it. So that's it. Gotta go change and lift. Alright. Alright, so today, my first major compound movement is going to be standing shoulder presses. So I like to alternate between what I decide, I have the bands in my hand still, I want to focus on for the day. I do emphasize mainly on chest for my first exercise, but I'll go hard, man. Last chest day, my tendon area was really tensed up because I was just, you know, going crazy. This shit's still something I gotta look out for. You know, it's been a long time. You know, it's almost a year since the actual tear, and you know, I'm still gotta be careful, you know, of the weight I use and how I'm, you know, controlling the weight, stretching properly. So I like to start off with bands regardless, just to get the blood flowing in the area, to activate the muscle. I think it's a good starter for push days in general, you know? It don't gotta be the exact type of bands like say I'm using, but like band work in general. Even before I did that, you know, I was working on stretching out my shoulders, getting some blood flow in the triceps. I do this. I use these bands like every day, just to, you know, get the rotators nice and loosed up, and also be foam rolling as well. So I'm gonna do another set of bands, and then I'm gonna start warming up with standing shoulder presses. And then we're gonna get into it. I shouldn't have to tell you this, but make sure to warm up your legs, lower body, do some body weight squats, get the blood flow in your legs. Regardless if you're doing stand-up stuff, it's a smart thing to do. Smart thing to do, but especially if you're about to do overhead press, get your legs involved, you know? The hell? Yeah, you guys get it. No new friends. Since day one, stay down from day one, so I say fuck all your niggas. Woo! Thumbnail. Alright, we warmed up. This is how it went. 35s to 50s to 65s. Now I got the 80s. 80s are pretty big for this kind of deal. Alright. So I've done this in the past. I haven't done heavy standing shoulder presses like this for the first movement of the day in a while. So we're gonna see what we can do with 80s. If we can move 90s, that'd be kind of crazy. 80s to 90s is huge. If I can move 90s today, I mean, that's pretty crazy. So I'm gonna get this. See that little pause? 90s will be really heavy, so fuck. Alright, 90s about to go down. This is basically like my body weight added up. But lifting them up is gonna be a bitch, so we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna play music. I'm not gonna be a psycho and do this freaking completely quiet, so. Alright, so to give you a little backstory, I've never done 90s before, ever. Except, okay, that's a lie. Once ever in my life, and I was in my prime, probably when I was like inclining 315 for like 3 on, yeah, bench press. So, yeah, these 90s were a bitch. I had to use momentum on the first rep. It's just, you know, that's not bad actually. That's pretty good. 90s versus 80s are huge. I'm gonna jump back to the 80s, rep that shit out, drop sets. Let's go. It's so quiet with no music, it's kind of awkward. So after I literally just hit like, I don't even know how many sets of shoulder presses. I showed you what I showed you, but I hit multiple sets of the 80s after the 90s, and then I dropped to the 65s, did a couple sets with those, did a couple sets with 50s. So I knocked out a lot of sets, a lot of energy. Now we're just moving on to the slightest bit of an incline right here. Right here, I'm gonna just do some light dumbbell flies. Now I still got to be careful I don't go too far and then yeah, tear that shit. So shit, I'm looking juicy as hell today. Only got the 35 pounds, and then I'm gonna be supersetting it with some close grip push-ups. These little, you'll see. Oh, that's a bad angle. Woo! So, as you saw with the pressing, the flies on the incline right there, and with the push-ups, I'm not doing like full range. I'm not pausing at the top, trying to rest. I'm trying to keep the tension on the pec, trying to get as much blood flow and action in there as possible, because it's still so difficult to get crazy ass pumps in my right pec. So I was doing flies, then I felt like, you know, I had enough of that. My body was dying, so I switched it to like normal presses and just kept the constant tension. Then superset it with the push-ups. Same thing. Woo! I'm fried right now, man. Whew. Yeah. For any of you guys living under a rock, when it comes to like my last couple videos, the reason I'm not playing music, by the way, is because I don't want to get copyrighted. Because if you get caught playing like any normal song for like 0.2 seconds, they'll just flag your video and then it'll like no exposure, and it sucks. So supersetting behind the head, light ass presses with like an easy bar curl. I don't suggest that exercise for everyone. If you have, especially if you have bad mobility in your shoulders, you can easily hurt yourself, injure yourself. But again, I'm going super light, and I like to believe I have pretty good mobility. Supersetting this with the bands, getting back on the bands, because I'm super frustrated with my chest right now. It's just lacking. It's really bad lighting. It's just lacking right now. I just see a big difference on my right side of the bottom portion of my pec. It's just really frustrating because it's so hard to get blood flow in a pump, and it makes me think like, did I tear my pec muscle as well as the tendon? Like, it's throwing me off. It's been so long, and I still have so much trouble just getting my pec engaged. You know what I mean? I just don't know. I don't know. I'm just as lost as any of you guys. I'm still dealing with this recovery progress. I'm recovered, but again, like this is not where I exactly wanted to be by now. Like it's frustrating. So I'm gonna superset this with bands. I'm gonna stop ranting. I understand it's extremely dark in my room right now, but this is just an update on what I'm eating at the moment. This is post-workout. We got some like Alfredo freaking pasta with grilled chicken. I don't know if you can see that right there. Grilled chicken, broccoli. You can pick this up at Applebee's actually. It's pretty much my go-to whenever I have it. So full ass plate. There's a lot of pasta that comes with it, but I'm not about to eat all that, so I just filled up a full plate. Yeah, I know I said I was bulking, but you know, come on, it's just like at that point, it's just excessive. You know, I want to save something for later, or a couple things for later. You know what I mean? So, yes, sir. I'm pale as hell. And that's exactly why I never do what I just did.